Hi, I'm foxadeello, and I'm back with Ann Brooks' 52 Tags Handmade Challenge. This is week 13, which is Layers of Gold. So I have this one kind of laid out, kind of like I want it, I think, and it'll probably change a little bit as I go. And I'm probably going to do most of this off screen just because I've been kind of stressed out about just general things in life and all that. And I just needed, I want to continue this challenge and videos. And I want to continue this journey on here on YouTube. So I'm starting this video and I'm just going to run through some of the materials that I found in my craft storage and then I'll go off screen and sew some of this down. And I may come back and show some progress. I'm not sure yet. So first I was going to show you some of the supplies that I've used for this layout. Alright, so I have some kind of goldenrod. Almost all my things were goldenrod, and they were also like all the same color. So I had a little bit of trouble trying to, have different colors so it's not just like blended all together. But the way I layered this, I put some things over top, some of the things that were the same color, and I've added some browns, and like this is some burlap that I've like taken the strands out of, and here's just a little piece of burlap. I have some thread that I'm probably gonna just try to messily tack down. I have some gold sequins. I have some of this my scrap cabin shop crinkled seam binding. Then I also had this gold seam binding that I found from a thrift store. That was also gold, so I was using that. And this is just some selvage off of some cloth. Some of the edges. That was the right color. I'm going to use some of this gold thread, and this is the two brown threads that I've used there. It's just some, again, just found them thrift store. I have some smaller gold sequins that I may or may not use. I have I have this big, this like very long brad that I think I'm gonna like sew in a loop kind of. And then I also have this little star brad that I may use on my smaller tag. Let's see what else. I have some beads that I may put on there. Probably these long gold beads that are in this one. And then I also have some gold seed beads that maybe will help make it look more layered. Let's see. Oh, that's the long brad. So this is kind of more of a show and tell than an actual me showing any slow stitching, but I will show the final at the end. So let's see, I also have some gold paper clips that I'll probably use somehow on this tag. Oh, another fun thing that I'm doing is I'm gonna sew this down as a ruffle. This is actually from this shoulder pad that I pulled out of a shirt, and I just cut a strip off sorry, I'm really zoomed in. Let's see. I just cut a strip off, and then just by hand, just kind of fold it over. It's kind of hard to see with the clips, but see, it's just folded over like that, and I'm gonna sew down the sides, and so that's gonna be at the top of the small tag. And this is just some of the salvage from this background gray and gold cloth. And I have this little gold bell that I might attach. I was thinking about doing something with another bit of this burlap, and just like on the top of here, and then maybe having either the bell dangling from that or maybe the star right in the middle. I don't know. I'll have to make the decision as I go. So I also have, it's not really you know, slow stitching, but I thought I might add some little sparkles with this metallic paint. I actually painted, let me pull this forward. I actually painted this little piece of cloth with both colors of the paint. See, it was just a piece of white, like ribbon. Actually, here's a piece. Let's see. It was just a piece of this, and I just painted it because I didn't really have a whole lot of gold cloth, so I was just trying to find a way to make some things work. Right, so I also have this ink, which I may or may not use. It's peanut brittle, but it's still is very close to the same color. And then I also have this modeling paste, which I don't really know exactly how you're supposed to use it, but I might just like dab a little bit on somewhere. Not sure. Yeah, so I think I've babbled enough about what I'm gonna do, and I'll come back and show you when I have some progress. I'll probably do one tag and then the other, and so maybe I can come back in the middle and show you what I've done with the first tag. Okay, I'll see you then. Okay, I'm back. I believe it's been 3 or 4 days since I started these two, but I finally finished them. Little jingle bell there. I believe I salvaged that off of a broken cat toy. So I think I'm going to have a visitor over in a second. It was a favored toy of his. Now he may jump up here. Let's see. Whoop, sorry about that. He's interested, but don't think I'm going to have a taker. Okay. Well, let's just finish these off. Okay, so I guess I can talk through. I can't remember exactly what I've talked about before, but I made this little nest out of some threads, and then I sewed a bunch of the gold beads in the center. I have a couple sequins over here. Let's see. I took a piece of the backing fabric, and I had like this little piece of scrap of it, and I tied a little knot in it, and I decided to use the back side instead of this side because I wanted it to be a little more muted, and that got me there, so I did that. This is a couple of pieces of seam binding that I just cut some little, you know, like little 2-inch pieces off, and just kind of how they wanted to fold, I just sewed them down that way. Let's see. This is just like a large brad that I thought was pretty there. So I just kind of did some little X's to, you know, get it notched down. Then I have this little cluster of layers here that I really sewed them all down with this one cross stitch right there, and then I sewed the bell over top of it. So I thought, you know, having these little frills or this little pieces of burlap here really gave it an extra, you know, extra bit of layer. So that was my one of my tags of layers of gold. Sorry. And then the other one was, I actually did this one first. It's a little more simple. The most I did, most complicated, really, not that complicated. I made a ruffle out of, I think I showed you before, I did it out of, what was it, a shoulder pad. Anyway, so then I took this little star brad and I bent it around the, these little more pieces of burlap, and I sewed all that down, and I did some little, just called it a little bit so it wasn't, you know, sticking like straight up. Yeah, so that's my second layers of gold. A little bit of selvage there because I like using this up, and I have, you know, 3 layers of the same piece, and I think it came out pretty cute. So it's a lot simpler than this one. So I did a, you know, a complicated and a simple, and truthfully I think I like the simple better. But anyway, before my camera dies, hopefully I'll get these glued down to their tags. I'll begin using the Scotch Create glue. I love this glue stick. It's really effective. I hope they continue to create it. So I will be sad when and if they stop. Okay, let's get that chunk off there. I think I got it going around the side. Okay, just gonna plop that down. Oh, didn't do such a good job. Okay, I have my phone in the way here, taking the video because I do everything with my phone. Okay, there's that one. Let's get this one ready. Okay. Alright, and that's my 2 tags that I did for the challenge of Ann Brooks challenge. 52 tags handmade. And I just chose to do 2 tags for each challenge. And this was, let's see, what week is this? This is the 13th week. Yes, so yeah, layers of gold. I'll put the original challenge video in the description below, and you can always join us at any time. It's been a lot of fun. designing these and learning all the new stitches and, you know, pulling out. I've had like a lot of this stuff for years and years, and this challenge has really like, you know, really put me in the mood to, you know, experiment with all these different things. So that's been really great. But anyway, so these are my 2 tags for Layers of Gold, and thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again as I continue on my journey of learning and making pretty things. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.